and welcome to this yoga class with me. My name is Maria, in case you don't know me from before. I think we're just going to get right to it. I would recommend having a book or a piece of paper of some sort that you could just jot something down on at the end of the class. And other than that, grab your mat and let's get started. This class is sort of designed a little bit more as a slow down flow. I'm extremely sore at the moment. My legs and bum are killing me, so it's more because I don't actually have that much movement in my legs, which is why we're just going to take it chill. So it could be a perfect class to do right before you go to bed. We're going to end with a bit of gratitude, which is my favorite way to end the day. So either an evening flow or just a slow morning flow if that's what you feel like. But we're just going to move a little bit and feel our bodies. So we're going to start in child's pose. So getting on your mat, knees as wide as you want. They can be as wide as the mat or they can come closer. Just for restorative purposes, I like having them quite wide and just allowing my whole body to just fall down between them. So walking your hands out. I don't know if these are in a good place. I just like having candles around, but I'm not sure if they can. Yeah, we'll have them there for now. So walking your hands out, allowing your elbows to just fall to the mat, your bum to fall back to your heels, and then just allow your weight to sink down into the mat. And when we're breathing in today's class, we're going to try and make our breaths, every breath, as conscious as possible. So really feeling how your belly fills with air on inhale. And how your navel falls back to sinks in towards your spine on the exhale. So breathing in and out through your nose, just continuing noticing where you can feel the breath and how it feels, and maybe this is your first conscious belly breath for the day, so take that into account and just breathe, really notice. We'll take 2 more breaths here to really utilize them wisely. On the next inhale, start coming back up slowly. Move your knees in and placing your hands on your thighs. Finding length in your back, all the way up to your neck. It's like you have a little piece of thread at the top of your head. Someone's pulling you up. Allow your shoulders to come down, relax away from your ears. Keep breathing here. Slowly open your eyes if they were closed. Come up onto your fingers. And we're going to do one of my favorite but also my worst poses. So yogi toes. by your toes. So coming up onto your knees, come forward and fold your toes under, as you can see I'm doing. And really make sure that all of your toes, the pinky won't really reach, or mine doesn't, but make sure the others are all folded under. And then slowly start moving your weight back onto your heels. And find that point where you can really feel the bottoms of your feet getting that stretch that they haven't had in a long time. So our feet are constantly cramped in socks and shoes and all kinds of stuff all day long. So it's really important to allow them to really stretch out. And it will be painful. It is for me too. But we're going to stay here for a few more breaths. So really breathe into the area that it's the area where you can feel it. So into our toes, into our feet. So taking 2 more deep breaths here. If you need to, then you can just come forward a little bit, releasing that intensity. So 1 more breath. Breathing out. Actually, we'll do 1 more. We're going to breathe out through our mouth this time. So breathing in through our nose. And release. Come forward onto your fingers carefully, carefully, carefully. And releasing your toes. So 1 at a time. And then just carefully start unraveling them. And then maybe just patting them onto our mat so we sort of wake them back to life. Staying on all 4, we're going to find hands coming under our shoulders, knees falling under our hips, finding our tabletop position. So this is a strong position. We're pushing the mat away from us, creating that roundedness between our skuldror is the Swedish word. If anyone can know, tell me the English word. Our can't remember. But like here. So say if I had my hand, gotta come closer. If I was holding my hand here on you, I want it to lift up. So rather than this, try to find this. Same as when we're in our plank pose. Okay? I hope that made sense. So we're activating scapula. Isn't it scapula? Anyways, let's go. Tabletop. From here. So our neck is an extension of our back. Looking slightly forward. We're going to find our cat and cow flow here. So inhaling, allowing the stomach to come down to the floor. Gaze up to the roof. And exhaling, moving it around. Continuing to breathe and just following your own breath, okay? So on an inhale, we create that back bend and real roundedness here. And then when we exhale, we push it all back up. And we really create that round, that feeling and that pushing through our scapula there. So continue here with your own breath. If you want to stay for an extra breath, then do that. You don't have to do it all in a 1 breath motion. You do it according to how your body feels and what feels best for you. So we'll do 2 more rounds here. If you want to release through your mouth, then do that too. Finding your way back to your neutral spine. Hands come forward about one entire hand, one palm further than we were before. Toes into the mat and lifting up. I haven't taught English or yoga in English in a while, so I've still got trying to work my way through the terms again. So apologies if I'm a little bit slow. But we're finding our downward facing dog. In our down dog, we're creating that same roundedness in our upper back. So we're not slouching down here. We're activating our entire back body. So hands pushing the mat away from us. We're creating, our forearms are rotating inwards and our upper arms are rotating outwards. So there's a lot of motion going on in our arms. At the same time, we're trying to find length in our legs. That does not mean that we need to find our heels to the mat. This isn't my first downward facing dog. If we can't find the length or the heels meeting the mat while we keep this motion or this length in our back, then bend your legs. You'll get the same effect. And here we just breathe. We're going to take a couple breaths here. All right, we're going to inhale here, lifting our right leg up to the roof. Coming forward, placing the right foot between our hands. If you can't quite get it there, then don't worry, place it there by your hands. And placing the left knee on the mat. So rising up here. And we're not going to just let it all fall down here. We're using our legs' power to hold us up. So we're creating, it's like a magnetic field between our feet that's like lifting us up. Inhaling, arms come up. Exhaling, see if we can sink a little lower while still maintaining this posture. So hopefully feeling a stretch somewhere. Coming down the left thigh here, front of the thigh, the groin, maybe a little bit in the butt. So just embracing wherever you can feel it. There's no right and there's no wrong as long as it's not pulling or sticking or really painful anywhere. If you want to place your hands on your leg instead, you can. Just finding where it feels best for you. Stay here for another breath. I told you this is going to be a slow one. We're just really sinking into the poses. I love when you can relax into the positions rather than just rushing through them. So coming down with our fingers onto our mat, we're going to wobble our right foot to the outside of our, or to the edge of our mat. You can't really see me now, but the foot is falling over to the pinky side of the foot. hands stay where they are, or if it feels okay, coming down into our forearms. Only if it feels good. You can also come onto just the left forearm, place the right hand onto the right thigh, and create some more openness here. Just breathe here. Maybe rock a little bit side to side. It can feel good to really open it all up. Take one more breath. Release through your mouth if you want. Placing both hands back on the mat if they weren't there already, and walking that right foot back in. And we're going to come back onto our left, placing our weights on our left leg this time, wobbling our right foot forward, trying to create this 90-degree angle in our left leg. Inhaling here, finding some length in our back. As you can see, I'm not super straight because we're going to do this more as a restorative pose. If we want to stay up here, we can. Or find some roundness in your back and just allow your neck and your head to hang heavy. If you want to bend the right leg to find some more space and more length, then that's fine too. This is your practice. I'm just here guiding you, so you do what you want with my words. So this is quite tough for me today. My sore little legs, but feels good. Some big muscles we're stretching here, so be patient and really breathe. Take conscious breaths here. Send them to the areas that you're trying to hit. Inhale here. Exhale. Next inhale. Come forward again. We're going to come back into a plank pose, so lifting our left knee, placing our right foot back to meet our left. If this is too much, then simply just come down to your knees. It's the same position, just on a different level, okay? So wherever you are, creating that roundness between our scapula. I think you're going to have to double check that to next time. And breathe here. So activating the whole body all the way from the crown of the head down to our heels. On the next inhale, come forward on your toes. Exhale, all the way down to your stomach. Keeping the hands where they are. Top of the feet down into the mat. Rolling our shoulders back. Inhale, come up to cobra. So finding your height of your cobra. Might be down here today. Might be coming all the way up. So activating legs, bum. Making sure we don't dump anything into our back. Exhale, come down. We're going to find our way back to our downward facing dog. I'm going to get there through my child's pose. So coming back on my knees and lifting up. So you have 5 breaths here that are yours to use in any way you want. If you want to stay here, you can. If you want to come down into child's pose, you can. If you want to throw in an extra vinyasa, you can. Just make sure you breathe. If you wonder why I'm doing this, it's because Otherwise, my computer goes black. I don't know. None of this is caught up though. So, 2 breaths left here. So meeting back in downward facing dog if you weren't there already. Next inhale, left leg comes up to the sky. Exhale, come forward, placing the left foot between your hands. Right knee comes down on the mat. Using that magnetic force field between your feet, lifting your upper body, arms come up. So remember, we're not dumping down. It's a big difference. We're using our legs, lifting our upper body. So strength combined with stillness and stretching. The yoga is quite fantastic in a lot of different senses, but especially in the way that it gets lots of different components to work together, which makes it very very challenging at times, but also very, very good for us. So using your legs and always activating our core, so front and back, stabilizing ourselves, making sure we don't dump into anything, avoiding any injury. I prefer having my hands on my thigh, but you get to pick, of course. Taking this time to maybe roll your neck a little bit, so moving your head from side to side. Stretching your neck is what I mean, not rolling your neck. So maybe doing some circles. And eventually coming down with your fingers or hands to the mat, moving that left foot out to the edge of the mat, and finding some, allowing it to roll out to the pinky side of your foot. And here, choosing how far you want to take it, and how you want this position to feel. So either staying up on your hands. You could come down onto your forearms if that's accessible for you today, or just stay on your right forearm and opening your hip a little bit extra with your left hand. So a big indicator in yoga, if you've taken the position too far, is if your breath is flowing freely or if it's staggered. So really listening and feeling into your breath. Can you breathe fully and deeply? If you can't, then maybe back it up a step. Inhaling here. Exhaling here. Next inhale, come back up onto your hands if you weren't there already. Moving that left foot back in. And we're going to find our half split on this side as well. So maybe having to wiggle that left foot forward a bit. Finding some length in your back just for a moment here. And then allowing yourself to just fold forward. Giving that left leg either a bigger bend or at least a little micro bend so you're not putting too much weight or pressure onto your knee. And then here, just allowing your head to hang heavy. Take the last round of breath here. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale, come back up. This time we're going to place both of our knees back behind or next to each other. So coming back to where we started, sort of. And here we're going to inhale, allowing our arms to come up. Hands meet. Exhale. Hands coming down in front of our chest. And we're really going to wiggle our thumbs in between our chest. I have lost all my words. Our ribs. Thank you, Maria. And really feeling the heartbeat, feeling our presence right here, right now, in this moment. And nothing else is really relevant. Only the fact that you've taken time out of your day, out of your life, to focus on yourself. So really allow your stomach to just relax. So we don't care about anyone else, about our abs or what our stomach looks like. Just let it all out. So inhale, filling your belly. Exhale, just put your hands on your stomach if that feels okay. Taking one more breath here. I'm going to turn around. So we're going to come onto our bum. And before we get to relax and come down onto our backs, I always like to add a little bit of core work in here. So lifting up our legs to come to a boat. If this is too much, place your toes onto the mat. If this isn't enough, then straighten your legs. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to come down just before we touch the mat, and we're going to come back up again. So slowly, slowly coming down, and then come back up again. So it's really hard to talk through this, but I'm going to try. So exhale, coming down. Inhale, come up. We'll do one more. Keeping your balance. Inhale, come up. Exhale, last one. We're going to come all the way down. So we're going to slow, 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 stop here. And fall down. Well done. So we'll hug our knees into our chest. Maybe roll side to side. See what feels good. Giving our back a little bit of a massage. So we're going to do a couple of my favorite positions before we fall into our Shavasana. We're going to start with a happy baby. So bending your legs, either grabbing your big toes with your pinky and, can't even remember the fingers' names, with your two fingers, your peace fingers, okay? And then sort of helping your legs come down towards you and finding an opening in your legs, wherever you can feel it. So like I said before, there's no right, there's no wrong. I don't want to give any instructions as to where you should be feeling it, but as long as you don't feel any pain and sticking or pulling or anything really uncomfortable, then you should back up. So either grabbing your big toes or the outside of your foot and keeping your back, your shoulders on your mat so you're not lifting up, and breathing. And same thing here, maybe rolling side to side. Could be a really nice release for the back. Taking a last breath here. Allowing your legs to slowly come together. We're going to lift our hip up, place it over to the right, and dropping our knees to the left. Allowing our right arm to come out to the side. If this is too much, then simply stay here. But if the right arm can come out straight, maybe your gaze will follow, making sure your left and right shoulder stays in the mat. On the floor. If you want your gaze to go right up to the ceiling or sky instead, then you can do that. Whatever feels best for your neck. And just breathing here. Take one last breath here. Lifting our knees back up. Lifting our hips over to the left side instead. And then allowing our knees to drop to the right. Letting your left arm come out to the side. If that feels okay, making sure both shoulders are firmly on the ground. And finding your breath here. Your right arm can also come out straight to the side like a T, or you can use it to gently hold down the knees. Could be a nice little support. And always, if you want, allow your eyes to close. It's hard sometimes to turn inwards when there's so much going on the outside. Sometimes if we just close our eyes and find some stillness, even if it's just for a second or a millisecond, so when we get those little bursts of total silence. They're so important, they're so rare, which makes them really special. I know that I at least really value my moments of silence. And now I'm wrecking yours by talking to you, but I'm trying to just state the importance of it and the fact that I don't think we get enough of them in our society. So really finding them when we're taking advantage of them when we are given them. We're going to inhale, the legs to come back up. And the hip to come to the middle again. And finding our Shavasana. So allowing our legs to just come out straight onto our mat. Allowing the feet to just fall open to the side. Arms along our body, palms facing up to the roof. And then we're just going to lift and really get our shoulders underneath us so that we create some openness in our chest as well. Just relax your face muscles here. Allow that wrinkle in between your eyebrows to just fade away. Muscles around your eyes to fully relax. Following down, so letting our cheeks relax. Our mouth, our jaw, so letting all of the tension that we store in our jaw to just fall away. It could be nice to just put your tongue up to your top of your mouth and really, really release that. And by relaxing our entire face, just fall into your body. Send all that stillness and softness to the rest of your body. Feel how your breath can just travel around you, in and out of your different parts of your body without any hindrance, nothing in the way. If your mind wanders, don't judge, don't feel any disappointment. Just slowly try and bring it back. And even try and acknowledge what has it wandered off to? What is it that's stealing your attention right now? And just observe. We're going to slowly start introducing a little bit of movement back into our body. So fingers and toes finding a little bit of movement. So making it a little bit bigger, moving your hands and feet. Eventually bending your knees and hugging them into your chest. You can take a moment here and just rock it out. So I'd recommend keeping your eyes closed this entire way before we get up, just to really stay inside of yourself. And from here, finding your way up to a seat. So any way you like, you can roll off to one side and then pick yourself up, or just gently rock yourself up to a seated position. Allowing your neck to be an extension of your back. shoulders down away from your ears. Inhaling here, allowing your arms to come up. Exhaling, hands meet, and down in front of your chest. So before we come back, I'm going to encourage you to list 3 things right now that you feel grateful for. And I want you to keep your eyes closed and stay in this position. So you can always pause the video now if it takes you a little bit longer. And when we've said our namastes, I'd like you to write these 3 things down into the book or journal or piece of paper that you have in front of you to really make it official. So we're going to take a clarifying breath here. So inhaling through our nose and exhaling through our mouth. Inhaling here. And exhaling. Do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly finding our breath again. Opening your eyes softly. Namaste. So, grab your book, write it down, internalize it, all your gratitude that you have, and I hope you enjoyed this class. Have a great day.